All right, let me go ahead and share my screen. Y'all see, y'all don't judge me with all these tabs right now. All right, let me go ahead and share. That's me and my country voice. All right, looks good. Okay, Jalen's Creations. First, I love your logo for sure. For sure, that is beautiful. I see you have a pop up here. I'm gonna wait and see if it pops up naturally by itself. Ooh, I like how you changed the memorial collection so that it has like a little bit of contrast there with the candle. Now, before I get to scrolling, go ahead and let me know who your ideal customer is or your avatar. Go ahead and give me that information so I can pretend to be that person and experience your website.
And excuse me, Shannon, we don't see your screen.
Oh wow. So I'm just sitting, I'm just sitting here. Y'all are just staring at all of my natural beauty, and y'all just, it's okay.
Yes, and all of the hand movements and all that other
and I'm thinking,
and stuff.
So I want y'all to know that this is how I am normally. I thought I wasn't even on the camera, and I'm still doing all of this. So if ever y'all ask me to do something or talk while I'm doing something, just imagine me in the grocery store. When I'm on the phone, I have to use my hands to talk. So I have to park my cart just to talk on the phone with my hands. So this is why I don't talk on the phone, or this is why my phone is usually on Do Not Disturb, because I am this not so multifaceted, task-oriented person. So yeah, there it is. So y'all got to witness it firsthand. Okay, can you all see my screen now? Same thing, don't judge my tabs.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, judge something else. Don't judge my tabs. Okay, so so we're here, and like I said, I love the logo here. The only thing I would tell you, if you're ever going to print this logo, Jalen's Creations, the text down there is got, I can tell it has those really, really fine lines in it. So let's say, for instance, you were going to screen print. I would just choose a different font to screen print that's solid, so that it would be easy to, and I have some screen prints out there. But when we're doing that one color design, which, we talked about that during the last challenge, just making it one color, it would be so much easier to print when you want to send that off to a printer. But that's the only thing I would say about the logo. I think everything else gorgeous. I love the colors, of course. So tell me a little bit about this. This is Jamie, right? Jamie, this is your website?
Yes, this is.
All right, cool. Tell me a little bit about your ideal customer so I can become her or him. Go ahead.
So I was thinking about this today. I think my ideal customer is the everyday person who, is just scrolling, looking for something and just trying to get an idea of, what they can get for different individuals in their life. Because, somebody may have a nurse and they want to get like scrub caps or something like that, or they have a birthday coming and they want to get something for that. I still have to upload some more things, but I think that's where I am, is just the everyday person who's just looking for an idea of a gift.
Okay, so in that case, and I'm transforming into this ideal client, so I may ask you some clarifying questions. So I'm your ideal client. I am probably shopping in the mall right now at a gift shop, or I'm looking for a birthday present. I came into town and I'm visiting family. I'm looking for something special while I'm there. Is that your type of client that's looking for something in that moment, for a momentous occasion, or something that just really means something special to a particular occasion?
Yeah, just something like, that might catch your eye. I say, because I have, baby blankets, and it may be somebody like, oh, so-and-so just had a baby. I can get them that. Oh, like I said, with the nurses.
Okay.
Oh, I know so-and-so's a nurse. Oh, I can get them, because we all wear scrub caps, so I think that's my ideal person, since I don't have like one specific thing that I do. think that's my,
No.
I've been
So
trying to narrow it down, but I
Mhm.
can't.
Okay, so here's the deal. What that says, and I'm going to be honest with you, if somebody had to break this to me not too long ago, one of my mentors said, if your product is for everyone, then it's for no one. And the reason why is because if it speaks to everyone, when your ideal customer sees it, they don't get that it speaks specifically to them. So they kind of just look at it like, you ever go inside of a store, like let's say you go inside of Walmart and you know you just need one thing, and it's just like you just go in there, you're like, you know what, not today. You just turn around and you'll go to a specialty store or a Whole Foods or something like that that's smaller, where you know it's kind of got whatever you need. Just you may pay more for it, but it's just not so overwhelming, not so many options, not so many people. The
Mhm.
same thing happens with people. It's decision fatigue, right? So not saying that you can't offer the other stuff, but if you know who your ideal client is, you can directly talk to that person. Like you can live, they'll be like, oh my gosh, she's speaking to me. That's what you want them to feel like. So even if it is that one person, like let's say for instance, you do a lot of the scrub type of collection, right? If that is
Mhm.
like your main thing, not saying it's the only thing that you have, because obviously with sublimation, you know, we can we can probably do more things than we can even dream about. But when someone comes to your website, what is the main seller? What is the main message that they're going to get here? And does your message resonate with them? So I would say, I think we talked about this last time too, like sales wise, what do people primarily purchase from you?
Primarily is t-shirts. I get a lot of group t-shirts, tumblers, and the scrub caps. So
Okay.
those are my
So
top three.
top three items: t-shirts, tumblers, scrub caps. Now, of those top three items, your primary customer is male or female?
Mostly females.
Okay, mostly female. Are they mostly like middle age, like around 30 and up, or are they younger? Like do you understand like your demographic a little bit there?
Yeah, I say that they're 30 and up.
Okay, good. So
30 and
they are pretty much established in their careers, right? So
mm-hmm.
when we think of 30 and up females who are established in their careers, typically if they're looking for something custom, it's for a specific reason. Like you said, it's the scrub caps because they're in the medical industry, or it's the t-shirts because there's some type of occasion. What type of occasion are they purchasing bulk orders of t-shirts? Because that's what we want to kind of attract the bigger dollar, even though we may do some other simpler things. So when you get bigger orders of shirts, what are they? Graduation? Is it like, hey, girls trip? What are the bigger orders that you've been seeing for your shirts?
Lately it's been for like the last biggest order I had was for first grade class was going to the rodeo. So that was the last biggest order. And then I had another one for another smaller class. So it's mostly for schools
Mhm.
doing, going to an event.
Okay, so you have schools so far, you have events, you have schools, and then of course with the scrub caps, that's your that is your like nursing and medical profession, right? So
Yes.
honestly, with that, I feel like you cover a lot of that with your banners here, because I do feel like your banners speak to medical because you had the scrubs, right? So I'm getting that from this. With the graduation, that would speak to me that you do school related stuff. And then the all over shirts just kind of show that you do offer a different type of product that maybe they're not even thinking all over shirts. Most time when people think of custom shirts, they're not thinking all over at all. So that gives them that understanding that you can provide that. And it says birthday, so you could imagine birthday, school, or whatever there. So I get that part. When I scroll down to your categories, I do see that you have school, memorial, and event. So for me, the only category and collection, oh, I see it. I was going to say I don't see a medical collection. I see that. You have your graduation collection and you have a closeout. So for the people that are looking for the deals, you have that on there. This is really good. Now, what I will say though is we got to get a little more clarity on the ideal client. So the ideal client doesn't necessarily have to only be there to buy one thing, but she is one person that we are truly gearing our marketing towards. So I would say this, that I feel like you have done a great job of making it look clean, making it stand out so that you can clearly see what the categories are. I feel like that's really good. And I do feel like you know, a 30-year-old female, pretty much well into her career, knows that she has the budget to purchase your custom items, would feel that this right here is not too overwhelming and I could pick a selection from here. And I also feel like, you know, you're doing well with your, like I said, the imagery here. So looks good, looks good. This one, it says customized scrub cap. For this one, I would put an image there and maybe like a photo or something like that, and it just says your design here, maybe with a little arrow, so that people know, oh my gosh, I can upload a design and she's going to make me a whole scrub cap. So that would be what I would change there. The other featured products, they make sense. It makes sense for you to offer the t-shirts, offer the buttons and that sort of thing. Same thing for the ponytail scrub cap. I would just make sure I had an image there. And I do feel like this would capture me if I needed scrubs. I saw scrubs up here in the banner, or the scrub caps. I saw a scrub cap here. And if that's your number one selling product, now I've seen that thing 3 times. If I'm in the medical profession and I'm your 30-year-old with a stable career avatar, I want that scrub cap. I've seen it 3 times now. I'm not going to miss that opportunity to click on it. So I think that's actually really good. Like
I took a lot of my photos down since you made the comment with the white shag carpet. So I'm trying to do better with my photos.
Well, and you know what? So is that why there's no image here for the customized scrub cap? Okay, now this is what I wouldn't do though. I would do this. I would keep what you have until you get something to replace it. You know why? Because slow progress is better than no progress. And right now, the customer can't see what it is that you have at all. Now, I see the shag in this one. You know, I think it's cool because it's, you know, kind of looking more like a backdrop. But I would rather you have it up there and then work on replacing it than nothing at all. Because right now, I'm your ideal customer. I don't know what your customized scrub cap looks like. I'm confused right now. I'm really trying to imagine in my head right now what a ponytail scrub cap is. I have no idea, right? So even with the shag rug, and that's the other thing, I would avoid putting shag rugs in something where, you know, somebody's in medical, you know, because it's all about, you know, sterile things and, you know, that whole phobia kind of, hey, I want to make sure I'm getting something from a cat-free environment or whatever the case may be. Like I said, I'm your ideal customer. I'm in her head right now. So I'm just saying my thoughts out loud. Okay. But I am very, very much impressed with your website. I see that you have elements from both of the Shopify challenges and or templates. So I like how you did mix that up and you use some of the glitter elements and some of the grunge elements there. So is there any questions that you have at this point? Because I think you're doing a phenomenal job. Every time I give you advice, I see that you take it and you run with it, and even so much so that you took your picture down. But I want you to know I'm very impressed, and I want you to put them back up until you get a replacement. Other thing is, I saw something here where it says image with text. So all I want you to do is just go into that product page and just go and delete. It's usually like a section. I want you to just delete that section. If you're not going to put anything there, then just go ahead and take it out, because then this makes people think, she must have just made this website. I wonder, does she know that that's on there like that, right?
Okay.
And then, of course, add your picture back so I can see what your customized scrub cap looks like.
Okay, will do. Okay.
But great job so far. I hope you are proud of yourself because you're doing a phenomenal job.
Yes,
let's take a look one more time, y'all. Now, here's the deal. What I want you all to do in the chat too, do you have any feedback for one another? Because as I'm giving you all feedback, and you remember the last time I gave you feedback and that sort of thing, definitely, give each other feedback too, because this is a community. A lot of times I'm not accessible and you all are there for one another. I have to give Najla, I have to give you credit, girl. I have been seeing you help out people. You come and you answer a question, I might get to it 24 hours later and you're right there. So I appreciate that. And in the community, that means something really, really great. You are welcome. Thank you. Okay, all right, all right. So let's see here. Let's see, I think someone else wanted to share. Van Teresa. Now, Van Teresa, are you able to unmute your mic?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
Just not able to share a screen.
It's okay, because I'm gonna do the screen shares on Thursdays. I'll always do the screen shares just so I can kind of do the scrolling and stuff. Okay, all right. So let's see here. I see you have some, did you put some more different categories up here? Is that what you were saying for your theme? Are these the
Yes, ma'am.
categories you're talking about, or you're talking about these right here?
Those right there.
Okay, so got you. So yeah, I would absolutely. And Ventrice, I don't think this is going to be hard at all. I think you are the most that you will have to do is make sure that you have your banners saved, right? And then make sure that you take those banners. You can back them up as far as just because when you go to your back end, you can resave them. And then when you do your fresh new theme, make sure that you also save your catalog. And I'm sure you have a folder somewhere with all the stuff saved anyway. But
Yes,
I think you're gonna like the Dawn theme because you'll be able to build as many of those categories as you want. And I don't think you're gonna have a problem there. But and you know what? I saw your website on mobile. And the other thing is the new website, the new themes are going to adapt better to mobile. So let's say, for instance, you have 5 things across here right now, right? And I think yours may adapt to mobile. Let me check it out. I'm going to search it. Oh, duh, I forgot. I can actually just change this to mobile by going to the Control-I to inspect. Uh-oh, what's going on? I can't click on something. Let me refresh. Oh, your website won't let me right click. Oh, it's got one of those protections. Where I can't just willy-nilly copy something off of your page. Smart cookie. Okay, let me see. How do I get to inspect here? More tools. Developer tools. Boom. So if I wanted to take something from your page, mostly I could do it from here. But I'm just kidding, Teresa. I'm not going to take anything from your beautiful page. But this is where I go to see if I want to do the tablet mode, mobile mode, or like desktop mode. So this is like mobile mode right here. Let me move my picture out of the way. And then I can see what the website looks like when I scroll down. So if you choose another thing, for instance, the Dawn theme, each of these squares will probably be its own. Like when you scroll down, it'll just be one square, scroll, it'll be the next
One
square.
instead of two.
So that's probably better.
One instead of two.
Yeah, it usually that works a little bit better because when people are scrolling, they're kind of just like if you think of how Instagram works, right? How TikTok works, you kind of see one thing at a time, and then as you scroll, it gets out of your face. Usually the way mobile adaptive stuff works now, you don't see multiple things in like a single row. Just because how our brains have been trained now as far as the mobile apps and the user interface. But yep, I see your little pop-up there, so we could text you. And the thing is paused in my debugger mode. But I just want to see what it looks like mobile. And I think, like I said, if you change this out to the new theme, I think you're going to see that you get a little bit better mobile responsiveness too. But this looks good. I see you have your testimonials at the bottom there, your Google testimonials. Looks good, looks good. Now, what is it? Because last time, what was it that I told you that I think you could update or change?
To add a banner for the targeted for my targeted customer.
Okay. And let's see, did you do that? Because I'm finna check it out. Who's your ideal customer?
Sports parent.
What? And you got a banner on here for sports? Go ahead. Like I said, I love when you all come here and you're looking for the help and advice and you take heed to it and you make it work. So absolutely, I could tell because I was like, something's different here. Yes, you're speaking now, and I even see that you put the even like put the elements for the sports there too. And I see you have a coming soon, so that's to like create some anticipation and some curiosity there. Curiosity is good for keeping customers coming back, so I do like that. I would say with the banners up at the top, and when you get your new theme, you'll kind of see how that works too. What I would do is I would take this down to where it's only one line across the top. Then that way it won't be as distracting because it's a little distracting. The contact us, I would just leave that off. There's a way that you can disable the certain things that show up in the menu bar is what this is. So I
Yes,
would take
ma'am.
off the contact us. I would leave the print services because that's good. Customized apparel, personalized gifts, sports apparel. I probably would take down group orders because group orders could be any of those: sports, personalized, custom, and just make sure that your group orders are represented within your products. And then even like if you wanted to keep group orders up, take off the let's shop and to contact us. I think you might have to take off 3 things to make it go one across. Okay. And then up here at the top where it says at LDD, your vision is our creation. I love the tagline. I think there's a lot of wasted space right there, right? So what you could do is, and I know you probably had like your logo or something up there at some point in time. But you can reduce that space there too, because right now what happens is you want to stop the scroll, and every time someone scrolls, you want them to see something interesting. And right here, I have a bunch of blank space, so I can imagine, like, let's say I'm on the phone, this space right here. Let me go back to, what am I doing? Start it, sir. Let me go back to our developer tools and to mobile. So if I'm on mobile and I only have this much of screen and half of that screen is that white space that says at LDD, your vision is our creation, that's kind of, it's wasting my attention span. You have about 3 seconds to capture someone's attention and stop the scroll, right? So I would use the most of your space there and just get rid of that additional space that's in there. Oh, I forgot I
Yes,
have a
ma'am.
touch screen. So I'm literally scrolling this right now with my finger. And then like this takes up pretty much a whole thing. So this makes me want to read about you. When I come here, I want to see something. I know you have the catalog and it says the custom apparel, but if I come here, all I see are like generic frames. So what's stopping me from scrolling? If it doesn't stop me from scrolling, then it's pretty much pointless, right? So it is the same as like when you're reading a book and you're just looking for like the best parts, like the chapter heading, so you can kind of just know what it does. That's what I feel like here. I wanna stop the scroll right here. So within this place, I need something visually that's like, oh, custom apparel. So if you could here for custom apparel, put something that's going to give me an idea of what custom apparel is, what personalized gifts are, what group orders may look like, what sports apparel may look like.
Okay.
That would be my my advice there. But other than that, looks good, love. And I know you have all your categories and stuff on point. And you built a lot into this. That's why I want to make sure that when you switch your theme over, everything stays intact.
Okay. I'll get right to it.
Hey, are you glad you don't see those tabs? Yeah, I switched it up so y'all didn't see all my tabs. All right, let's see. Let's see, Lala, you had a question, love? or you're making a suggestion about limiting the display?
No, I don't have a question. I was asking Vantrice if that's what she was talking about, that she only had a limit on how many collections she could show, if that's what she was talking about, because she said that she couldn't add any more collections. So that's what I was trying to get clarification on.
Yes,
Gotcha.
ma'am. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, you could change that in the settings, and then you could add another collection section as well.
Right. So that, yeah, that is a workaround as well. If you want to do like a section 1, section 2, section 3, and then you can have 5 in this one, 4 in this one, 3 in this one. And then however many categories you set there, it will naturally adjust them to fit in that row. But I know what you're saying, and I think that you should be able, because what it does with the newer themes, it just asks you how many you want per row. So if I put 20 there, and I said I wanted all 20 there, and not that you would ever want to put 20 there, that's probably a very bad suggestion. Maybe at the most 8, and you said it's rows of 4, it should drop it down to the next row. So you may want to update your theme anyway, just so that you're not dealing with those limited kind of visual issues. So because we used to use a different template before we did this last Shopify challenge, and it was an older template, because this was definitely like an older setup that we had. And that one kind of I think they call it like it deprecated, like it was really no longer updated and that sort of thing. So they don't want you to continue using it, because when it has bugs, they're not going to fix it anymore. So it would be beneficial for you anyway to upgrade to one that they are constantly updating and keeping fresh.
That's what I'll do. That'll be easier.
Cool. And Lala says there is a collection page that shows all of them on the Dawn theme. Yeah, so I chose that one because the Dawn theme is really simple, it's really clean. You can make it look really nice just by the graphics that you use, and that's why we do that one for the Shopify challenge. Let me see. Hold on just a second, y'all. I think. Let me see. Did I update this one? Because I literally got a Shopify store just for us to play with and see this. So yeah, this is the Dawn theme. This is the one that we'll be doing for the Shopify challenge. And you see what I was saying with the mobile version? You see what it looks like right here? As a matter of fact,
Yes, ma'am.
let's go ahead and view it. And then on the back end here, so I can show you that on the back end, if we go to, I got some stuff in my way. Oh yeah, the old Shopify site. I have another one that has the old one loaded into it, but we don't need that one, because I always suggest that you don't use that one anymore anyhow. So what was I about to show you? I was going to show you back end. Let's go customize that. Okay. So let's say right now my collection list is only 3 things. And it asks me the number of columns that I want on the desktop. And I think this is also, let me zoom out here. There we go. And I'm going to move my photo out of the way. All right, so if I say I want 3 here and 4, it will make space for a 4th one. 5, it'll make space for a 5th one. Now, this is just the number of columns, but if I had 20 things in that collection list, it would do, 4 rows of 5 or 5 rows of 4, whatever I told it that I wanted the number of columns to be. So the reason why I chose 3 is because, and I'm going to tell you this, I'm giving you my psychology here. The psychology is kind of like a funnel. Okay, if you understand what we're doing, the reason why we're designing the website the way we're designing is you have a bigger theme up top, and then you're going to narrow it down a little bit and get your avatar's attention on the next scroll. So the first scroll, they're only going to see one banner at a time, unless they just stand there and stare at it and wait for it to change, right? So if I'm just standing there looking at that one, and I think I got the wrong thing on there, that's not the all over shirt, so that's my bad there. But when I scroll down, maybe the all over shirt didn't get me, but when I come down, I see school, memorial, event. that might get my attention because I'm looking for one of those categories. And even if that didn't get my attention, when I scroll down, one of these items should capture my interest, right? So the whole idea is that you have something that's going to stop the scroll, something that's going to narrow down what it is that your customer may be looking to purchase when they come here. Now, if it's somebody that doesn't stop and scroll, it's one of two things. That's not your customer, so don't be mad. Not your avatar, not your problem. They're there to buy. They want some cheap $2 t-shirts and socks. That's not your customer. You don't care for them to stop the scroll. Matter of fact, you want them to get off your website. Just like, don't even, waste the time and energy here. You want your avatar to come onto this site and say, oh my gosh, that is exactly what the school shirt, the graduation shirts. I've been looking for somebody to do that, especially somebody that does such a nice job like this. Boom, you got your graduate shirt right there. They know exactly that you are who they've been looking for. Okay. So I think it helps you all to understand kind of the structure of why this is set up like this. And if y'all have questions, just let me know. But it's super, super simple. So when you install this Dawn theme, it's literally 3 banners. And if you have more banners, you can put however many banners you want to put on there. Your collections, which the collections are a little bit bigger than the products. Do you see why I did that? 3 for the collections, 4 for the products, because we're funneling them down. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I love this, by the way. Like this helps me to understand how to help you out better. So let's see here. Anyone else want me to check out their websites as far as auditing, or you just want to show off something that you're doing, something that if you offer DTF, how would you capture that as a collection? Great. That is an excellent question, because what I would do, I do digital printing. I don't call it sublimation and I don't call it DTF. I say digital prints, right? Digital prints, and then I show them, this is our premium digital print. Now, the reason why I call it premium is because the sublimation will never crack, peel, or fade, or last a lifetime. You won't feel it on the shirt, right? That's my spiel. For the digital prints on dark apparel, then I make sure that I say, hey, this print is going to have a slight hand to it. You will feel the print on the shirt, unlike our premium designs that are printed on white apparel, right? So then I'm just making sure that I make that clear. But for this one, I think I took my black products off. Let me see. Because I had black products here, but I took them off because I wanted this site to focus solely on sublimation. But when I do this brand on demand on site, I do have black hoodies and black t-shirts that I offer, and I'll do rhinestones or DTF on those. But I usually put digital print, and then I can show those on dark, like dark colors, red, black, whatever. I choose a dark color so that they see the difference. And they will never see... They don't, and you got to think of this how a customer does. A customer does not see the difference between an all over that started as a white shirt and what they think may have started off as a blue shirt or a black shirt, and then you just print it all over. So the distinguishing factor there would be using the words like premium. Okay. So I would definitely put digital printed would be my print method that I tell them. I don't even put DTF. I don't, like you see here, I don't put sublimation. Right. I don't tell the customer what the print method is, unless, of course, if it's screen printed, then I will call that like a bulk printed method. And then that way, with the bulk printed method, I tell them there are limitations to the numbers of colors. The difference between the digital and the bulk printing method is the bulk printing method, I have to charge per color up to 3 colors. I do not do more than 3 colors. And then the digital printed method is unlimited colors, but you have digital prints on darks. And then you have digital print on white. Digital print on white is my premium process. And digital print on dark is just digital print on dark. I don't call it not premium, but I make sure that I highlight the white because I want them to go towards the sublimation. Does that make sense, Morticia?
Yes, that makes sense, because I tell you, I get tired of trying to describe what sublimation is like. I'm like, oh my God.
And here's the thing. We care about what the difference is.
Yeah.
Those do not care. Now, what I do is I differentiate the the features and the benefits of the product, right? When I tell people about sublimation, I may even use the word sublimation. They don't hear all that. They be like sublimation, whatever. They don't care. But when I tell them, hey, this is a premium print process that will never crack, peel, and fade. It will last a lifetime. In fact, the print will last longer than the actual material. You will have holes in this t-shirt and want to make a pillow out of it because the photo will still last on this shirt for years to come, right? And they're like, wait a minute, like that sounds like a cool idea. After my son graduates and he's no longer staying with me, I can make a pillow out of this. Yes, and it'll last a lifetime. A lifetime pillow, you say? Absolutely. So now you're getting them on that premium process. Now, a digital print has a little bit of a different life, but I wouldn't harp on that because you don't want to make it seem like it's
not going to last long. Yeah.
Exactly. You don't want it to be a substandard product. And that's what you do when you go to purchase anything from anybody. They're not going to make you feel bad that you purchase the Great Value brand. They're just going to say that our premium brand is here. And then our Great Value brand is just a great value, right? So just call it a digital print, digital printed. And then this is our premium digital print. So now they'll be like, digital print, what's the premium? Oh, the premium, you don't feel it on the shirt. It has to be on white, but you do not feel it on the shirt. It will never crack, peel, or fade. It lasts a lifetime. Boom. That's your sales pitch right there. Does that make sense?
Yes, I love it.
Cool. I love the questions that y'all are asking me too. These are real deal questions. And this is what Craft to Quit is supposed to be about. It's like, once we get to the craft and we know how to perfect the thing that we do, like, what do we do next? Like, what is it that we're actually doing to better sell this? What are we doing to make sure that we're getting it in front of the customer that we really want to continue to do business with? All right. Was there anyone else that wanted to share Shopify store? If you do, go ahead and drop it in the chat. Now, what we'll do. Okay, Van Teresa asked a great question. With the bulk print, what is the minimum order? You want me to tell you one of the easiest things that you can do is go to like a Zazzle and go ahead and look at their pricing. Now, what we're going to do, we're not going to be able to do this in the challenge. We're going to do this. We're definitely doing this in the Shopify Accelerator. We have a table that we build on the back end. Let me see if it'll let me show y'all this here. Let me see. Okay, I'll give you an idea here. Let's go to. Let's see. I'm going to show y'all the back end of this. I'm going to go to apps here. Okay. So you would have to have a special plug-in. You know, with Shopify, it's all about the maps. Just like we have the Innate Lab app that we're doing in the accelerator. This is one of the things we're installing after our accelerator. We're going to get on putting this on. So this is what I'm going to be helping you all with. So if you look, these products are customizable. So you can go here, add an image to it. And basically on the back end, it'll give you all the information. It'll tell you the name of the product. It'll tell you what information the person put on there as far as the hex codes, the image, all of that. And it'll let you download it on the back end so that you can easily pretty much print whatever somebody designs on your website. Most of the time, they're not going to be the best designer, so they're going to be looking for you to do that. So for here, I might let me upload an image. Let's do one of the ones. We just did that one. Okay. Now, what you would do on the back end is you would be able to tell and this is for the people in the accelerator program because we're building all this out. So you would be able to tell it this product is a polyester, and you're just saying this yourself. This is a polyester shirt. So we could do a digital print method, right? So the digital print method that we do, we're going to call it sublimation. So it's going to do digital print method sublimation, and then you'll have a digital print method for DTF. And I'm going to make that a little bit bigger. It's really not supposed to be that big because it is, like, it does have that pocket there. And then it crops it off if the customer tries to make it too big. So it tells you exactly the area that you can print on for this product. And you can have, like, if it's a baby shirt, you can have a smaller area. If it's somewhere you want to do another print location, like on the sleeve, you can choose a different print location and they can print. It'll show up down here at the bottom, front, back. So this is what we're going to be working on in the accelerator. So on the back, maybe you want to do text. And you can kind of like add a last name there. Let me see here. I'm going to go to the back end, and something I was going to show y'all for the print methods. So I have sublimation and DTF. I, on the back end, know what sublimation DTF is. So the reason why I have DTF there is because I had some black hoodies and black t-shirts on there. I made it so that DTF has certain restrictions that sublimation does not have. So DTF, they could upload any of these type of, this will be the output. So whatever they uploaded, it would download it for me like this. DPI would be 300. And so here, I don't allow them to put drop shadows. Okay, so I might allow drop shadows on sublimation. I do not allow drop shadows on the DTF. Okay, so it might be, let's see if there's anything else I didn't allow. I could also, like, let's say I want to do one, and let's see, I'm going to see if I can create one right now. I'm going to create one for, I'm going to call this one screen print. And we'll be doing this together too. So it can be those that single print file for all the print areas. No, I like them for my print files to be separated. If it's a front, a sleeve, and a back, I want them to be separated. And then, so for this one, I am going to set the limit for the number of colors we can use in this design. How many colors did I say was maximum what I do for screen print? Let me know in the chat for my craft quitters. Y'all like being called quitters in this respect? Yes, because we quitting these 9 to 5s. It's okay. All right, what's okay? La 3. Now, if you want to get real, like, restrictive with it, just put 2. Because 3 is a different, you have to do a more premium print process to do 3 colors. Because I want you to get in the habit of making the most of your sales, simplifying your process. And if you really want to get into 3 color, 4 color, 5 color, 6 color screen prints, then normally you're going to be sending those off to someone. And I would even suggest that you just charge for a digital print once it's past 3 colors anyway. Okay. Yes, the drop shadow will cause the dots on the DTF. Anything that has like kind of a gradient appearance will cause issues on the DTF. And it's just because it's really not meant to have that nice, fade off kind of flowy, natural technique that sublimation does. Because sublimation feels like it's melted into the shirt. Like I wouldn't even say melted into the shirt. It feels like it's one with the shirt. There is no difference between the shirt itself and the print because the fibers are dyed with the image, right? DTF, you have something that is sitting on the surface of the material. Totally different process. All right, so you could also tell it what colors, like screen print. What you could do is, I give you all my link for a screen printer. They may have 20 different Pantone colors. You can literally put the hex codes here and offer those 20 colors, and that's it. So you don't have to worry about somebody giving you, or if let's say you're doing vinyl, you could set a print method to vinyl and do that, okay? And then you can put all the vinyl colors that you offer. But here, I'm not going to restrict the colors for now. I definitely would do it if I was doing screen print. All right, so default color, I'm going to put blue just because I want them to change it. If they don't want blue, that's fine. Text size, line spacing, letter spacing, all of that is fine. And I think all of this is good. Now, if a customer uploads something other than a vector, which if you're doing screen print, I would take off PNG, I would take off JPEG, because any of those things are going to require an art fee. Now, what you could do, you could allow them to upload them and then you charge them an art fee. If it's not vector, more than likely it's probably trashy art and you're going to have to clean it up anyway, which means it's going to take your time and you're going to need to charge an art fee. And you may not even be able to clean it up because we don't deal a lot in vector files. So you may have to pay somebody on Fiverr to clean it up and vectorize it. Vectorize it is when it has those really clean lines. And even if it's intricate, it can be scaled unimaginably large. Like you can make it a billboard or you can make a tiny little favicon logo at the top of your browser up there. That's what you can do with a vector image. A bitmap image, like what we do with photos and stuff, the bigger you make it, the more pixels you see and the worse it looks, right? So I want you all to keep that in mind when you're thinking about your print methods here. Let's see. And here it says allow the users to change the colors of the SVG images. So let's say, for instance, you all are used to working in vinyl. Vinyl is pretty much the same concept as screen print, except with screen print, you can get a little more intricate and detailed without having to weed pieces out because they're going to come as a transfer already made, right? So let's say that SVG is blue and yellow, but the customer wants it to be red and orange, right? If you allow this option, they'll be able to change it from blue and yellow to red and orange. And because it's a SVG or it's vector, it's going to be no problem doing that. So you do want to allow your customer to do that. All right, so I think that's pretty much it. Here it is, the text shadow. I make sure that bad boy is off. You hear me? Because here, you don't want a shadow for DTF and you don't want a shadow for screen print at all. Right, and you could even put different fonts on here. If I'm doing screen print, right? I know that I was talking to Jamie. This is perfect. Oh, this is good. I know we're staying later than we're supposed to right now, but I want to do something right here. I'm zooming in right now. So Jalen, you see what I was saying about this font is real intricate, real fine lines. If you sent that off to a screen printer, that would be a font that they would not be able to print and they'll send it back to you saying that, hey, we can't screen print this. So I want you to like keep that in mind. Because if somebody, let's say somebody uploaded that and said, hey, I want you to screen print that for me, that font should not be one of the fonts that they could even pick for a screen print. I would say all of these are pretty universal. Train one could get a little tricky if it's tiny, 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 but more than likely, even if it was like a 3-inch left chest, they would still be able to get that. Normally screen print, they need a 2-point negative space and a 1-point positive space. That means if we're looking at this font for train one, oh, okay. That font for train one, the space that's empty, the white space would have to be at least 2 pixels wide. And then the actual line itself would have to only be 1 pixel wide. And the reason why that matters is because when they're making the design on the screen, that emulsion and that screen design has to have something to hug onto. If it's too tight of a space, you'll lose your detail, you'll blow out your image, and it will not, like basically, if you think about the inside of the O, it would just disappear. The line between the little the outlines of the T would just disappear and it will be illegible. So you want to make sure that you're staying within those restrictions of the screen print for the negative space and the positive space. So we're getting all kind of stuff tonight. All right. Oh, we were talking about the pricing for bulk. That's another thing that we could change here. Let me just zoom out. Oh, and Morticia, you were saying too about like the print processes. So screen print, I could do that on anything, even the polyester. But if I were, and let me just save that. Oh, I gotta select some products. So screen print, I'll select all my products. No, I won't, because I can't do screen print on a license plate. I can't do screen print on a tumbler or my logo design help or my name tag or my socks. Sublimation print, digital design, project quote, sublimation print. So really the only products that I have here that I could do screen print on are t-shirt, hoodie, jacket. Okay. Number of colors must all right, I was just showing something here. I don't even need to say this, but This is optional. What is this thing saying? The number of colors of the palette must reach. That's not the palette though. Okay, now we're saving. I guess I needed to at least have 3 colors for them to pick from. That makes sense, because if I only had 1 color, I just thought I was gonna let them choose unlimited colors unless I pick something. All right, so I have screen print, sublimation, DTF. You could put bling on here. Bling wouldn't give them a proper look, but they could basically request to bling something out, and then it would be a different process. You could put vinyl on here. Vinyl would be a different process. So for me, I would stick with the sublimation DTF screen print, keep it simple, because then your customers can visualize these print methods. Now, as far as the pricing goes, you can go in and create a table. Let's say we're going to do, let me see, I want to do the pricing for, I think it is going to make me do it here. So that'll be a little bit of a different setup. So, and this is where we can get a little complicated, but that's the beauty of this app and why we're using it, because we get complicated. And what happens is we have these very, very simple websites, and then people go upload an image. If they can even upload an image, most of the time they can't even upload images on most of our Shopify stores. So they upload an image, and then they send a note, hey, can you put this on the sleeve? Can you put this on the back? Can you put 12 different photos on there? Well, yes, I can. So if you want to add that into your model, then you can do that. So you can add, what happens when the customer uploads multiple images? Well, I have something for that. If my customer uploads extra images, I charge them per element. So what I do is I allow them to do 1, and then let's say they put 5 photos on there. They load up 5 photos on the artboard. Then it's going to charge them per element there. You see that? So 1 element, it charges them nothing. If they drop 1 photo on there, cool, no problem. You get charged nothing. As soon as you drop 2 photos on there, it's going to charge you $5. You drop 3 photos on there, it's going to charge you $10. You want to put 6 photos on there, it's going to charge you $50. Why? Because after 4 photos, you're doing a little bit too much. And I'm just, listen, somebody on here chuckling, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But I did have a customer, I charged $8 per photo. And this customer wanted all 20 photos collaged. It was the wedding or whatever. And you know, it's because people don't know, like they can't make a decision and they think everything is beautiful. But what happens by the time you put 20 images, you know how much work that was to put 20 images and make it look like something other than a puzzle? Because that's what it looked like, a puzzle. But I had to make it look nice. So I faded off the edges and kind of made everything collage, but that was work. So I charged her behind $50. And that's why I say, like, if somebody's going to do 6 or more, just charge them $50. It's going to take more work to organize all of those things and make them look good. Especially when you're talking about most of these things are going to be last minute and pushing you anyway. So, so just charge more for those different elements. So you'll see if you upload something right now to Brand on Demand, let me show you here. So this price, and oh, look at what it's doing too. It's telling me that this is not 300 DPI. So it's warning me. It's going to warn your customers, hey, if you want me to print this, it's as is, warning, this is not the best quality, bucko. So it does tell the customer that. Let's go ahead. Let's add. So I could add text, but what happens is it's only when I upload additional images. So let me upload something else. Okay, so let's say I want to put both of those on here, 1 and 2. And I think this was I only have this set up right now for, what was it? The custom design. So if a customer's doing this themselves, like they're designing their own stuff, then I'm fine. They can put as much as they want on there. It's going to print as is, right? But if I'm actually designing something for a customer, like this product here, which is, no, that's the print. Where's the design? Oh, there it is. So digital design. This is the one where if they throw some extra photos on there, oh, I'm charging. And you can see the price change every time they drop an image on there. So so this is what you all will have for your websites for the Shopify Accelerator. So I want to show y'all. So basically, if you change out this photo, it charges you nothing because it's asking you to follow directions. You're going to pick a template and then you're going to change out your image. All you have to do is hit replace. And I could choose from my gallery now. Or I can upload here. So as long as I replaced it, it doesn't charge anything extra. As soon as I go add in another photo, so let me go upload something else, just willy-nilly, it is going to charge. I guess you want me to accept your warning there, sir. There we go. So when I go add that to my cart now, that design is going to be $5 more because I'm adding an additional image. And I think it might allow one. I think it allowed one for free. And then if you put more than that, it's going to charge you more. So I would definitely make that a consideration. Let's see what else. What else would I charge more for since y'all got me here? I'm giving y'all some extra time because I feel really bad that I gave y'all the wrong Zoom link tonight. And I had y'all sitting there. And I was sitting there with an attitude like, don't nobody want to be my friend. Nobody's in the room. That's really how I said it to myself with that voice and all. Let's see. Additional print locations. Let's take a look at that one. So you see how on some of the products, it has like a front and a back. It has like, if you want to put a sleeve print or a leg print, something like that, then you can add rules for what the price would be per additional location. Let's see, what do I want to show? So we have rule associations for the zip, and this is already set up for the hoodie, the track jacket, and the t-shirt, because right now I have a front and a back. So let's see. All right, so if the number of sides is 2, meaning 2 print locations, I charge 10. If the number of sides is 3, I'm charging an additional 20. Now it gets complicated when you do screen printing because you could have a table that shows, hey, if you get 20 shirts, it's going to be this price, and then additional locations is that. So that's when you get into complex pricing. But for here, if you're talking about customized stuff, personalized stuff, and I should not have changed that. I think I'm just going to cancel this and not save these changes. But personalized stuff, look, you got additional location, just $10 extra per shirt. If you don't want your name on the back, you won't pay $10 and you get the front design like everybody else. Simple. Okay. You could also set it to where it's based on like a percentage. I don't like the percentage thing, but percentage could work if you're doing screen printing. So percentage would be like, hey, if you're getting a second location, it's 20% more. A third location is 35% more, because screen printed, people are incentivized to save the more they buy. So you basically make that percentage match what it is that they're paying. But you get tricky there too, because your shirt doesn't go down in cost. Your screen printing method may go down in cost because the more you get, the more you save, but the shirt itself never goes down. So you have to be careful that your baseline, you're always making at least that, so that you don't go in the hole trying to discount somebody on a bulk order, which has happened to me a long time ago, but it did happen. Let's see, Morticia says, I know the template in the Academy has grunges effects. How do we prepare them for DTF prints? Great question, Morticia. You're asking some good questions tonight. And Morticia says, I love what we'll be able to provide. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, like, I've been working on this thing, something crazy now. We're going to be in there. We're going to be doing it like nobody else is doing it. Okay, and I don't care how many copycats we have. They ain't going to be able to copy that. All right, so what I would do with the DTF, for instance, we're talking about something like, let me see. Let's go to like what y'all did in class on Wednesday, right? Let me just show you that. So that's the all over version. That is the 13 by 19 version. Now, and Coach Chrissy, I don't know if Coach Chrissy's here tonight, but Coach Chrissy prints these DTFs as is, even with the grunge outline. The problem is if it's transparent, like right here at the bottom down here, you see how we have a little transparency. What'll happen is it'll automatically put white behind anything that's there. Even if it's transparent, it'll put white behind it. So if you want to see what that's going to look like, the first thing I would do is add a, not a layer mask, add a solid color. Okay, and I will make it black because black is going to be that color that you see the most of. And then what I'm going to do is actually pull this down to its own layer. The computer is going a little slow because I'm live streaming and everything, y'all, so bear with me here. And then I'm going to actually take this completely out of the background layer so that I can put the background on top of it, the little grunge mask, and I can tell you exactly where we're going to have problems. You see that transparency right here in this area? It's gonna be problems. What it'll do is it'll print white behind it, so it won't look as nice as it will on sublimation, but it can come out. If your DTF printer is a high quality printer, it can mimic the transparency and it can pull back the white enough to where it's not going to be bleeding outside of the image, which most of the time you'll see the white bleeding outside the image. And I will tell you this. It's not the best look, but it looks better than those crunchy iron-on transfers. So you do have that too. Now, this is what I do. I switch this out for what I call a DTF mask. And if you look, I think I gave you all, one of those classes has a DTF mask. And the reason why I showed you that is because DTF mask is going to basically be a vector-based mask. And let me see, I did a class for you all, a free class. The free class has a mask. Let's see, what is, oh, it's the B0001 class. There it is. Okay, so I want y'all to see this here. I'm going to open up both of these right now. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to drag them into the Photoshop file, see if y'all can tell me the difference. There's one, there's two. Okay. And I'll grab these, bring them to the top. All right, so if I take everything else, turn it off, I want y'all to see this. So this is what we can do with sublimation, right? You see, we have some of those areas where the white is kind of pulling through. It's got transparency there. It just looks really natural and just really artistic. Then we have the vector version of this, which was actually, you know, kind of made from that, but it's just very hard lines. It does have some splatter, some little speckles and splatters around there, but they're still continuous and they're hard. They're not fade off. Okay, so this is what I would do if I was printing DTF. I would replace that, and you may want to, you know, you may want to, well, you're going to proof your artwork to your customers anyway. To them, they don't see the difference. We see the difference because we know the print quality. But I would rather give them this type of mask than to let them think it's going to look like this. And I'm like, wait a minute, what's this white trash around here? I mean, no. Okay, I'm not even gonna say nothing about it, but it does look like white garbage around your image. Okay, so that makes sense. So if you wanted to know how to make that mask, let me show you real quick. And then this is it, because I think y'all getting the most out of me because my guilt was tripping. So I was staying extra long. All right, so this is what I'll do. If I was going to create this as a layer mask, first thing I would do is put it over the image. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my image on, and I can make sure that it's going to cut out the appropriate place. I want y'all to see here, we have all of these fuzzy glows and stuff. Any fuzzy glows, I will make sure it's inside of my mask. Why? Because that fuzzy glow will look like trash too. Fuzzy glows, get in there. And if it doesn't fit in there, then that's my fault. I need to do better for my customer. So I'm just going to make sure I can include the biggest part of this image, because if I can do 13 by 19, or usually with DTF, it's going to be 12 by 18. But I can resize this once I know that everything's in place. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down Control and then select this thumbnail. And you see what it did? It selected all of the active pixels there. I'm going to turn it off so I can see what I'm doing now. And for the background, now I'm not going to do this just for the background. I'm going to do this for the background and the foreground. I'm going to delete this layer mask here. And I'm going to disable this layer mask, which is the sublimation one. Okay. Now we can print this as an old rectangle willy-nilly, but y'all know I don't play that. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a layer mask on the main art folder by just hitting, we already have our pixel selected, hit that layer mask option, boom, clean, DTF friendly layer mask. Okay. Now you see I have school hanging off a little bit. Now I probably want to take of this school, kind of move it in a little bit. I don't have, none of my fade off can hang outside now because I have a clean outside layer. But what happens is I do crop off some of my image. So maybe I want to move my crown. Maybe I want to make sure my text is pulled in a little bit so I'm not cutting off anything important, but that's it. Okay. So I think, and I'm positive I've gone over that a couple of times in different classes, but this is always good. And if that's something that y'all want to see like a short, quick tip video on, let me know. And then we'll make that inside of the Academy, one of our quick tip videos, basically doing a DTF mask versus a sublimation mask. Lala, yes. Jamie, yes. Okay. Morticia, yes. Okay. Okay. Unanimous. And what I'll do is in that, I'll give you all, I think I have a whole class with layer masks in it. I will, maybe we'll just do that as a Wednesday class. What do y'all want to do it in class? Like do it as a Wednesday class? So you get your hands on that process? Okay. Okay. Let's do that. We're not, next week we're doing the Shopify challenge. So we'll be doing the design that goes with the Shopify challenge. But the week after that, we can do our design. And then after we do our design, we can practice putting the DTF mask versus the sublimation mask. Okay. All right. I see. Let's see. Somebody asked. Oh yeah, Mashonda, the Zoom is for the Craft to Quit program. So they get an extra day of mentorship, and we go over the Shopify stores, do audits, and whatever you're struggling with to get to the next level in business. That's my whole point. Whatever it is, strategy wise. And my thing is, I like for you all to come with what you need. Number one, I feel like it's going to help you best if you're actually getting help with the things you have questions on. Number two, I feel like it lets you know what kind of mentor I am if I can answer those questions off the dome willy-nilly. Okay. So I love that type of interface because it helps me exercise my brain and it helps you get things done so you can move the needle. The whole point is that in Craft to Quit, you're supposed to be able to move the needle in your business. So every week you come to the Craft to Quit mentorship. Any advice that I give you, if you use it, it should be helping you move the needle. And then you should come next week with a different question. You could even show me that you did what we talked about last week, like with the Shopify stores. So that's the whole point of it. Just giving y'all some extra dedicated time that I can really help you all move the needle in your business because it's very concentrated. Felicia, what in NAICS code did I use? I used the one, I can actually tell you exactly what I used. I used the one for graphic design. I didn't use a print company because print companies can, not always, but print companies can be considered high risk. If you think of a lot of print companies that go out of business because they have a lot of equipment and stuff. So let me stop because so I'm gonna get quiet for a second. This is mine personally. Let me bring this over here so you can see. Do a little zoom in. So commercial art and graphics, the SIT code they have replaced, I believe with, the NAICS code, and it's for graphic design services. Okay. Jamie, do me a favor and put that issue with the split template, because I can take a look at that next time, because we're running out of time here. But that's something that we could take a look at even without waiting until Thursday. So we'll take a look at the split template. But when you go to the Academy, there is a community tab. Go to the community tab and then put your post here. And then sometimes other people will answer you before I even get a chance to answer you, okay? Okay, got you. I got you, Felicia. Yep, that will be good information to have. And then make sure before you do that application that all of your addresses match, even the suite numbers, down to whether you capitalized the suite or you spelled it out versus truncated it and used the abbreviation. Jamie, there could be an update, but see what happens is Adobe Photoshop will update sometimes, and then we'll have to change something within the template to basically work with their new update. And sometimes they'll do something to update it's really like buggy, and we'll have to wait until they fix the bug in order for the template to work. But just put it on here as a new post, and then we can address it and see if we can work through it. Okay. Yep, Jamie, perfect. I see Lala answered that for you. Lala, you are on it. I appreciate it. Yes, Remove BG has a plugin for Photoshop, and Remove BG has it has a bulk action type of deal too, where you can upload a whole bunch of images. I just still do my little old school. I really don't like plugins for Photoshop that access the internet, because I feel like it makes Photoshop buggy. Even Photoshop itself accessing the internet when it tries to do the cloud, and it tries to do those cloud images, it slows things down. So I don't have time for that. Okay, and Lala, you just used the version 23. And then also, Jamie, let me know, do you have the 24-inch, the 13-inch when you go put it on the community? Let me know if it's a 24-inch, 13-inch, or the 8.5-inch template. And type it in, something that's not even a word. Okay, so you see how we have 3 different ones. We have the 24-inch split template, 8.5-inch, and 13 by 19. And then the 13 by 19 will do rolls and sheets. All of these do rolls and sheets. So just let me know which one it is, and then that way we can test it out and see if we can get it to work for you, love. All right, so while we're here, I'm just gonna let y'all know we're coming up on the Shopify challenge. Oh, announcement. Let me see. Do we have some people on right now? Not too many people. We didn't get enough likes for me to offer any kind of discount or nothing. I don't say we have some people live on YouTube, but the way I feel is that we need y'all to come through with the likes. Especially we give y'all extra game. This is game that literally, Craft to Quit is here right now. They're paying for extra service, and I'm giving you this game for free, because this is one thing I don't want people to say. I don't want people to say that I'm a gatekeeper and like I'm holding all the information for the people with the big pockets. No, what I'm doing is there's levels to being able to have access to people. And I want all of us to understand this. And the reason why I want us to understand this is because I want you to charge the same way. I want you, if a customer is going to eat up a lot of your time, then you charge them a consultation fee. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Otherwise, they place their order online. They don't bother you for the most part. They pick what template they want. They upload their photos. If they need to actually consult with you, I just want to talk to you about my project. Well, great. I have $100 consulting fee. We can sit down for a whole hour if you want. It's just $100. And I want you to say it just like that. It's just $100. If y'all want to talk to me right now for an hour, I'm going to say, okay, great. My consultation fee is just $10,000 for an hour, and I can look at everything in your business and help just you for that hour for $10,000. Does that sound good? Do you see how easy it was for me to say that? It was not always easy for me to say that. Oh, yeah, well, I can look at it, and then when I look at it, I could tell you how much I'll charge. Baby, it don't get like that. When you actually understand your value and you know that your most valuable thing that you can never get back repurchase is your time. So I want you all to be aware of that and charge accordingly, right? That's why I told you charge per location that you're putting prints. Because otherwise, you're teaching your customer how to treat you. You're teaching your customer what your value truly is. And are you a great value? Are you a premium product? Are you a luxury product? Like, that's what you're going to be presented to them. So I'm the great value, I'm the premium, or I'm the luxury. Most of us, I want you to be premium. Luxury is a little bit different market, and you can get into the luxury market. It's just, it's a little different psychology in that, but at least be premium. Premium means that I'm going to give you a quality product. You're going to be able to rely on me to make sure that your product is done in a timely manner, and that you don't have to worry about whether somebody's going to run off with your money and not have your shirts delivered before the event. I'm going to have high quality graphics. I'm going to have high quality printing, and I'm going to have a beautiful experience for you when you come to my website and when you work with me. It's going to be a professional experience that you're not going to find everywhere else, especially in the custom market. Okay. So you build yourself a premium brand and you charge your premium prices. Right. And here's one of my philosophies here I want to share with y'all. They say, the dream is free. And then the game is sold and not told. So when y'all come over here and you buy a template, yes, it's sold, not told. Now I tell y'all for free. I tell y'all, but I show you also. And when I show you something, I do charge a nominal fee for that thing. Now, past that, if you want my actual time and mentorship, then I'm going to charge more than that, because that's more than a template. Now you're coming to me and you're actually able to interface with me and draw from me my experience, my advice, so that it saves you time and money and effort and pain. Okay. So if your tooth is hurting right now, you're going to pay whatever it takes to go get that thing snatched out or fixed, right? That's what you want to be able to do for your customer. If they need a t-shirt right now, do not charge them regular price. Because what you're doing is you're getting them accustomed to that type of relationship, that type of experience, without them understanding that there's a premium for that service. If they need something today, I charge a 50% markup. If this shirt was normally $30, I'm going to charge $45 for it if you need it today. Why? Because I have to stop what I'm doing. Usually somebody else's emergency is already going to come with the energy that's going to throw you off your game for the day anyway, right? So they need to be able to pay for that inconvenience. They need to be able to pay to be in front of the line, and they need to understand that that's a part of the experience that you have. Like, yes, absolutely, I can do this service for you. However, to be fair to my business and my customers, there is a premium for that service. Okay. So I want us to get in the habit of charging that. Now you get a luxury. Luxury is no hassle whatsoever. You're going to do everything for the customer. You're going to research for them. You're going to curate the experience. When they come to you, they don't even have to look at a template. I'm telling y'all, some of y'all will have those premium clients. When you have them, just know that you do the work on the back end. Okay. If you want those not premium clients, luxury clients, they don't want to tell you what font they like. They don't even want to tell you what words. Just design me something. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all, some of you all, and I know this because I was one of those ones that I was somebody's personal designer without even being paid as such. I remember I had a client. I loved this client to life, but she would treat me like I was her personal designer. And she would tell people, oh, no, I can't give you my plug. That's my designer. For real? Because last I checked, I was charging $25 to customize. And I'm talking, I was hand painting hand painting her clothing. I was sewing it into dresses, sewing it into cutout pieces and making matching jeans to go with it, airbrushing, acrylic painting, putting rhinestones and glitter on everything. Y'all, this is what I used to do back when I was in high school in my formative years of college, my first years of college. That's what I did. Then I realized I couldn't scale it. And I also realized that people wanted to pay for apparel, like, you know, they could walk into Walmart and get something and come out for the same price. And once I did understand that my market, my avatar at that time were college students that were broke college students, premium luxury hand-painted shoes, hand-painted jeans, hand-painted t-shirts did not go together. So that's when I say, when you all need to identify your avatar, you want to make absolutely certain you know who your avatar is and that your product is speaking to that avatar. There's no miscommunication there, right? I was making these high-end, and I say high-end, but you know, my skills probably could have used a little improvement, but I was making everything by hand. And I was customizing, like I would get people's measurements and make things exactly to fit their bodies all over the world. I shipped stuff to Japan. I shipped stuff to Germany. I shipped stuff all over the world while in high school, teaching myself how to sew. You know, I don't know how I did it, but here's the thing. You won't know how you did it either. If it's something that you want to do, you just do it. But the idea was that I was not being paid the way that I deserved to be paid because I did not market myself to the right market. I was on eBay doing international orders on eBay. That was my first gig. And then when I got to college, I was doing it for local college students who, you know, did not have we living off of student loans in Brahman. They were trying to pay me $25 for a custom shirt. And I can't say trying to pay me. That's what they did pay me. Okay. So all of these lessons that I'm teaching you is not just like something that I found out from somebody's online course last week. This is literally stuff that I've lived. I've lost, I've been through, I've burned through, I've reemerged like a phoenix. And then my responsibility here is to save you from that same grief. Okay. All right. So I'm sorry I went on that rant, but hopefully I will see you in the Shopify challenge. I was going to do a discount, but I don't see enough likes on this YouTube video. So if y'all didn't feel like liking, I don't feel like giving a discount code. There it is. But what I will do is tell you that my birthday is Saturday. It's April Fool's Day. And last year we did this really, really fun thing. We did like a marathon and we stayed on for almost 24 hours straight. And we had, you know, different coaches come on, different people come on and craft with us live all day, design with us live, business demonstrations, all over demonstrations, whatever we had to do. We just brought it to you live. If y'all would love to see that, give me a 1 in the chat. I want to see, we would do this Sunday though. We would do this Sunday because my birthday's on Saturday, but more people were, I'll spend my whole birthday with y'all. So I was willing to do it again, but more people were available on Sunday than, as far as the coaches, than Saturday. Jamie said, I just had that customer today. I'm trying to tell you, Jamie. And when they leave you, don't even feel bad. Just feel relieved. That ain't your customer. That's not your client. I promise you. We need to be just as selective with our customers as we are with dating and anything else. Matter of fact, not with dating, because some of us are not that selective with dating. As we are, we're bringing people around our kids because our business is our child, right? So you know how we don't just bring anybody around our kids. Be that same way about your customers. Be selective. And I promise you, you'll get the right ones. When I tell you I'm not over here, like when I have somebody that runs away from me or tries to combat me, I will gladly refund you your money and buy my peace. I will pay for peace, baby. That's it. I've earned that much in life. Okay, so I see y'all dropping the 1. So we'll do Sunday. I will send y'all an email. Make sure you're subscribed to the emails. So that's how I'll do an email, and then I'll probably also post social media. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTokage, all of that good stuff. Of course, YouTube, and I will make an announcement of what time we're going to get started for Sunday, but we'll do a Sunday fun day. That means all day we're going to be rocking live on YouTube. And I will also be sending some invites. So anybody that wants to, oh, I can do this. So anybody that wants to participate, I want you to text me. So when I say participate, we're going to do a flip off. Okay, a flip off. So we're going to take templates, and then we're simultaneously going to work on flipping templates while we're live. So I'll probably do maybe like 6 to 8 people at a time if you're interested in doing a flip off. It's just fun. It'll be like Hollywood Squares. We'll be on there, you know, kind of working together on the backstage. So we're going to do a flip off. We're also going to do some live all over. So some people are like, oh, I want to know how to use the split template, or I want to know how to do all overs. We're going to be using the buddy, and some people may not have the buddy. So we'll probably have somebody that won't have the buddy doing all overs. What else are we going to do? We will be doing some crafting demonstration. Coach Chrissy will be doing some crafting demonstrations. So if you're interested in doing the template flip contest, I want you to text flip to 850-904-5230. Okay, text the word flip to that number, and I'll put you on my list to send you. I'm going to send you the StreamYard link so you can come on live with us and do some template flips with us live. The way it's going to work, it'll be just like a competition, but it's not really a competition. It's just seeing everybody work and seeing what different ideas. So one of the competitions, everybody will have the same template, and we'll be given a theme, and we will work that theme. Another one is you could take any template. We're going to have another competition where you could take any of your favorite template, like whichever template you love to flip, and we're going to give you an image, and you're going to make your template work with whatever that theme and image is. Okay. So if you're interested in doing either of those, text me flip. Not to say you had to consult with Coach Chrissy. Yeah, you got to be ready to walk away. Please. You got somebody pushing you like that, baby. I pay way too much for my education. I pay way too much for the energy that I want to develop in my life. And I will forfeit a sale if it means that I can keep my peace. Period. All right. So I will go ahead. I'm going to end this one out in my Craft to Quit program. Do y'all have any final questions? Because I did want to give y'all some extra time, and I have done that. And y'all just look at this like Craft to Quit. This is your time. This is your time with me. This is your time to consult. This is your time to grow your businesses, whatever you think is holding you back or keeping you from getting to where you want to be. This is your time with me. Okay. All right. So don't be shy to ask questions and to get into what it is that you need. Okay. All right. So Craft to Quit. We'll see you. I think we're going to, because y'all are supposed to have a session with Coach Chrissy Friday, but Coach Chrissy may not be able to make it Friday. So what I will do, I will stand in her place, and I will make myself available Friday at 8 o'clock, which is tomorrow, 8 o'clock. So so we can do this again, or if you all want to get into something, let me know what you want to get into, and we can basically make that a free session for you all, whatever you want to talk about, whatever it is that you want to do. Okay. And then if Coach Chrissy's here, y'all are going to love what she's doing, because she's doing a whole crafting for cash. We'll craft for cash. If y'all can imagine, basically things that are relevant right now that you could be making. I know you'll be making money on because they are trending, they're relevant, customers are seeking these things. And if you do the Friday sessions every Friday with Coach Chrissy, there's no doubt that you will be building your business, your online business, and also building your skill set for what it is that you know how to make and how you market those things that you know how to make. All right. So, all right, listen, I appreciate y'all. I love you dearly. But until next time, bye. Y'all take it easy. See y'all tomorrow, 8 o'clock.